What's up, folks? It is 5:52 on June 6th. Got some storms moving into the area. Thankfully, the weakening trend continues as they press to the east. Some of them have had the severe thunderstorm warnings dropped as they move east southeast. There's a couple of storms I'm still keeping an eye on, though. I wanted to show you those. So let me show you what's happening now and then what happens in the next couple hours. Bottom line, if you don't want to watch the rest of this video, messy commute for the morning. It's nasty out there to drive to work. There's going to be showers and storms, but the storms will continue their weakening trend heading into the morning hours. So here's where they are right now. This is a look at the showers and storms. There are a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings in southeast Kansas as well as northeast Oklahoma. Looks like one reported wind gust there near Tulsa near 60 miles an hour. You can see also, let me loop this for you. You can see how it's tracking towards the east. The way you can tell if this is weakening or not is looking really at the inside guts of the storm. And what we can do is zoom in here, and I'll show you what I mean. They dropped the severe thunderstorm warning on all of these since they've weakened. Watch, you can watch these little blue pixels here, and see how they start off. Let me back it to the start here. So they start off with like larger areas of yellows and oranges in here, and even brighter areas of purples and whites. And then let's move forward to right now, about an hour's time. See, now you've lost them. So this is a weakening trend that you're seeing here. This one's still cranking pretty good out towards Okmulgee, but even if we look back at time at this and see how this has been trending over time, it's actually trended down as well, which is good. And of course, as you get farther south, it's a little bit nastier. You got some more humidity and a little bit deeper moisture and wind shear to work with. So that moves towards the east. These scattered showers and storms are headed towards both northwest Arkansas and Fort Smith. All of us will get the showers and storms. Now, we can look inside the storm and say, okay, where's the wind the strongest? Well, now we've got it. So we've got a couple pockets of wind. You can see one here west of Joplin, another one here. No warning on that one here, but you've got one near Miami, north of Grove. There's another one here out towards Langley and another one here near Tahlequah. What's interesting about that storm is you can see a little bit of a bend in there, right in there, right? Yeah, there's a little bit of weak rotation in that thing. You isolate it, you can see where it's located near Locust Grove and out towards Murphy and Cedar Crest. So, there's a little bit of a spin there to keep an eye on. And farther to the south, there is a tornado warning. This one's in effect for what is that? Okmulgee, Boynton, up towards Muskogee. That's tracking southeast. That one's got a little bit of a better, well, had a little bit of a better pronounced spin to it. If I back it up here, you can see it. They issued the warning on it right there. So they're worried about this area in southeast Oklahoma is where the Weather Service issued that warning. I think locally, the only one that we need to really, really watch is going to be this one um, right here north of Tahlequah. That one could play some games with us on that leading edge. Should the outflow become a little bit more dominant, you might get a little bit more of a circulation there on that north side. But overall, the trend is your friend, and thankfully, the trend is for weakening on some of these storms. It's still going to be loud though, and it's still going to be a lot of rainfall as it moves in. Let me go over to another radar source here and take a look at that. Let's see here. About wasn't that button? Oh yeah, it was. There we go. All right, so these storms are tracking east. Um, Give me some time here. The coffee is only like 30 minutes in, so we're not quite awake yet. We're getting there, but not quite awake. Um, there's the line of storms again. Another look at it as it moves to the east. Again, that little notch there is the one to watch near 412. I think that's the one to keep an eye on as it moves into the area. And we'll see if the Weather Service decides to extend this warning on out here for northeast Oklahoma, mainly because they've got set to drop it at the top of the hour here in about 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes or so. If you look out there live now at the thunderstorms, this is looking southbound out towards Walton. Some heavier traffic already out there looking south. Time now is about 5:56, so no rain moving into the area just yet, but still a strong thunderstorm. A line of strong storms headed for this area as well as the greater Fort Smith area as the storms track east and start moving on in. This is all part of a larger system. These complexes are like a 1-2 punch, right? So we get one this morning, and we get one tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning's, I think, actually looks a little bit stronger to me than this one. This one continues that weakening trend into the morning, and there's also the flash flood potential as well. You have flood warnings that are out here for northeast Oklahoma. We've had just so much rainfall, and the ground's just so saturated that it's going to be real easy for some flash flooding to occur. So that's going to be something to watch as this thing moves on in. But let's see if this thing shows that weakening trend as well. Well, let me go back to a different source. Let's see. Let's see how these things are trending over time. Why don't we zoom on in here too? So the color's getting brighter or getting lighter? Getting lighter for the most part, especially northeast Oklahoma and towards Benton County. whole line's pressing more southeast. And what's happening too is as that one cell uh, north of Muskogee is moving more east, it's probably playing with a little bit more wind shear there, which is causing that weak circulation. Again, there's no warning on, there's no tornado warning on that storm. There's a severe thunderstorm warning, and then that other warning is set to expire coming up here in about a few minutes or so if the Weather Service doesn't reissue it or not. But again, that's a weakening trend. That one's still pretty hairy here out towards Okmulgee, so that's still got some punch to it. We'll see if that one starts to weaken. It should. All of these will start weakening as they move towards the east and to the southeast this morning. Again, this is just showing us the trend here of how this thing is trending over time. That's what it looks like on the traditional radar image that you usually see. What I've been watching is a little notch out there towards Locust Grove, right in here, because there's been just a little bit of spin. Let's see if you can find it. Yeah, right in there. I think it's more of an enhanced wind damage potential as it moves in. And we're already starting to get some of those showers starting to make their way in towards Bella Vista and Bentonville. And you have more storms that are starting to fill in too down to the south. You can see some areas of rain breaking out here west of Salisaw that's lifting to the north. Those things are also going to move north northeast. But it's just those little notches to keep an eye on. I think Analyst does a little bit of a better job showing you what's happening here with it. Oh, yep, there it goes. It's like they just pulled. Yep. So they're going to warn on this, a tornado warning on this one. So let me show you where this is. Again, um, this doesn't include the immediate northwest Arkansas area, but it was that same cell that we were just talking about a second ago, the one that's located here, right there. There's a little notch thing, right? So that's tracking towards the east. Let's see what the bulletin on this thing says. They've got it moving east at 35 miles an hour. And again, I mentioned this a second ago, but you can tell how the line is overall is moving. The storms individually are moving north, but that one little cell's jogging east, so it's ingesting a little bit more of that low level wind shear. It helps those winds turn a little bit better there with time. So it looks like they decided to drop the severe thunderstorm warning, so there's no more warning in effect for this stuff moving into Benton County because of that weakening trend, and they're going to continue this tornado warning here. It's going to go for 6 until 6:45 a.m. So they've got it going for about another 45 minutes or so as it tracks east, and hopefully that trend also shapes up to show the weakening. But yeah, there it is right there. Let's switch radar sources real quick and see what it looks like from INX Tulsa's radar. Can be a little bit closer, so should give us a nicer look at this thing. I'm now 6 o'clock in the morning. If you're just waking up and grabbing the phone and thinking, what in the world's going on? Well, we got a line of storms that are moving in. They're weakening. Most of them have weakened. There's a little pocket there that I don't like around Pegs, though. And sure enough, you can certainly see where that is. If you want to isolate it even more, it's right towards Pegs. And, ooh, there's a little pixel there, too. Let's see. Yeah, I think you probably could get a brief spin up in Oklahoma here with this thing. Let's see how this is trending. Most of the storms are moving north. This one's moving more east. And should it continue on its current track and cross the state line, you can see it would be in line for points along and south of Fayetteville. Let me take another look at this thing real quick, guys. Let's see. I'm wondering if it just briefly touched down right there. I think it might have out towards Pegs. And this is quite a ways away from northwest Arkansas. It's moving east at 35 miles an hour too, so you can extrapolate that out just a little bit and get an idea of when it will get to our area. But even if we 35 miles an hour, 1 hour from now, it's on the state line, and it's still got time to weaken. This is what I'm looking at right here. 1 hour from now, it's on the state line. So hopefully we get that weakening trend on the storm as it starts to push on into the area from west to east. And that's the area of concern and the place to watch there with that thing. Another look at it here. This is from some Fort Smith's radar. So the radar beam, hate to break it to the flat earthers, but the earth is round and the radar beam goes up as you go out in distance. And so when you're looking at it from the Fort Smith radar, you're sampling a higher altitude than if you're looking at it from the radar that's out towards Tulsa, lower altitude because it's closer to the radar, right? So let's look at this a little bit better here. Again, that's the little area, little guy to watch there out towards Pegs. And you can see a little notch there, isolating the rotation near Pegs. A little noisy. Let's see if it something happened there though, right through here, just north of Pegs. Nothing from the weather service indicating anything on the ground in that area either. So there's also this little notch here near Council Hill. Again, Oklahoma 10 killer. It's right there. I think that could be the next one to keep an eye on south of Muskogee. But again, the overall trend is for weakening. So as the storms continue to track east, they should continue to weaken. And hopefully by the time they get the state line, they're weaker than they are now. They are still cranking pretty good now, but you can see how they have weakened here out towards northeast Oklahoma and then out towards Grove. And as they move into a less favorable environment for strong to severe storms, moving more towards the east and then getting into the greater Fort Smith area and even Rogers. I switched radar sources back to Fort Smith here. So we'll let that thing load real quick. There you go. And we'll look at the traditional view just so you can see what it looks like. There you go. So we'll watch that line as it moves in. I'll probably jump back on the air here and on the air, on the webs, on the fiber optics, what you want to call it, on the streaming on your phone here in a little bit when it gets a little bit closer. But again, expect that weakening trend to continue. There are some pockets to watch close though. And looking at the trend overall, let's see how that one has. That one's actually shown some weakening trend. The one down to the south is nearly maintained intensity though. So that's going to be something to watch too. Long and short of it is, it's going to be a stormy morning. Lots of rain showers in the area. The severe risk is fading with time. They did issue a watch out till like 10 or 11 in the morning. It's going to be over by then. I think the bullseye time to watch is still right around 8 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock when this thing moves through. And as it moves through the area, expect widespread showers and thunderstorms. There will be a handful perhaps of strong storms, but overall the trend continues to be for weakening as it moves towards the east. We just got to watch those little ones that move to the right because they can ingest that low level wind shear and turn a little bit better and enhance some of the severe weather risk. But hopefully the weakening trend is the friend end of the morning. So we get this today. And we get another one tomorrow morning too. So just bank on both of those today and tomorrow to start the day to be real soggy. I'll be back on here in a little bit.